Hi and welcome to the June edition of On Course Magazine, Al Moose Golf's monthly roundup of events both on and off the golf course. Ramadan Kareem to all of our Muslim members, guests and colleagues as we get pretty close to starting the holy month. Looking back to May, we've had a few events of note. The results can be found later in this newsletter. We had the Captain's Putt Out, which was the members' opportunity to gather together and thank both Greg and Susan for a great year as captains of Al Moose Golf. We had a scramble, it was really good fun. I'm pretty sure that Greg and Susan enjoyed themselves as well. Pretty shortly we'll be able to announce their successors, so hopefully in the newsletter this time next month there'll be two new captains able to give their opinions as well. So a great day. Two other events from our corporate partners, Mercedes-Benz. We had the Mercedes-Benz member guest event, which was pretty comfortably won by the duo of Lynn Casey and Bertie Archer. We also had the finals of both the men's and ladies match play championships, which started back in October of last year and ran on a knockout basis, so playing really well throughout the season, but especially well last Saturday for the final were Yvonne Welling, who won the ladies final against Jamila Dowd, and Steve Pickering, who took Glenn Canterford up the 19th hole. Steve was 2 down with 2 to play but won both 17 and 18, and then with momentum on his side saw off Glenn at the first extra hole. So a great end to a great championship. The pairs final is going to be played I think next weekend, so we'll update you on that next month. Away from the golf course, we've got some pretty good stuff happening over the summer months. There's some summer academy lesson packages, and there are also some really good summer membership deals, so take a look out for those in the newsletter. With the academy in mind, we've just placed an order for a state-of-the-art SAM putting system, which is going to help the academy instructors not only improve your putting but also fit you for the correct putter for your putting stroke, and that should be arriving in the next 3 or 4 weeks. The great news there is that it's an indoor piece of equipment, so through the summer months it gives us a great opportunity to improve your games. With putters in mind, I've just grabbed 2 from the shop here. When people walk into the golf shop, putters are often the first thing that they'll grab hold of, swing them around, like one, don't like the other. And there doesn't seem to be much sort of rhyme or reason to it, but ironically there actually is. If you look at these 2 putters, and these are both new Scotty Cameron 2016 Select Series putters, you'll notice that the one on the right here, which is a Newport 2.5, the toe hangs much more towards vertical, whereas the one on my left, which is the M1 Mid Mallet, is almost horizontal. Now what that means is the putter naturally is going to move in a slightly different way. The one on the left is what we would term as a face balanced putter. It's going to tend to move in a very straight line, square to square, whereas the one on the right here is going to move on a little bit more of an arc, kind of like a door opening and closing. Neither are right or wrong, because if they were, we wouldn't be having this discussion. There would only be one putter sat here. But they tend to suit different styles of stroke. So when you pick a putter up and you move it, if it feels comfortable, chances are it fits your natural stroke. It doesn't make any sense to try and change the movement to suit a club. You should find a club that suits the movement. And with that in mind, we're actually broadening our putter range in the shop. So again, by the time the next newsletter comes out, I'm expecting there to be some of the Odyssey putters from Callaway and also some of the Cleveland putters added to our putter range. It's the one club that's probably going to make the biggest difference to your score, and it's the one club that you really need to pay attention to and make sure that you've got the right one in your hands. That's it from me. Have a great month. If you're on the golf course, take care of yourselves, make sure you drink plenty of water, and I look forward to seeing you next month.